Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world listening to the sound of my voice. It is a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County, 43 degrees, going up to a high of 57, and no rain in the forecast till later on tonight, so it's nice. I've been out early, y'all. I done ran out, came back, now I'm ready to talk to you guys for about an hour or so, but it was nice. It was cold when I went out, though. I ain't gonna lie. It was frost on the window. I'm talking about like frost. I gotta tell y'all what I did the other night. I think it was Friday night. So Friday night, I think it snowed. I think it was Friday night. I don't think it was Thursday night. But anyway, I looked out the window and it was snow on top of the cars, right? So we're in Georgia. For those of you who don't know, we're in Georgia, and I'm in the middle. I'm like in middle, like I'm not South Georgia. I'm not North Georgia. I'm kind of like in the middle, and so it really doesn't snow here. So we get like a dusting, right? Compared to up north, where my friends right now are in it. They like had a blizzard like 2 days in a row. We got a dusting. So I happened to be going to the kitchen, and I looked out the window. I said, is that snow on the car? It was snow on top of the car, right? So I ran and got my phone and ran downstairs and took a picture of the cars, and I sent it to my friend Rosa in New Jersey, and they just had a blizzard. And I was like, we had a snowstorm. And she was like, what? Every time I think about it, y'all, it was so funny because it was just a dusting on top of the car. And they sent me pictures where it was like 3 feet in their backyard on top of the deck. And I sent like this little dusting, like we had a snowstorm. It was hilarious. But anyway, you had to be there. You had to be there. I'm smiling right now because it's so funny to me. I laughed like for about 30 minutes because she was like, what? So yeah, that was my snowstorm joke. But anyway, so glad to be here with you today. Today is National Football Hangover Day, and I'm sure it was a lot of hangovers this morning. Let me tell y'all something. So normally we have big football gatherings, especially for Super Bowl. Well, let me say this. For Super Bowl, we normally have big Super Bowl gatherings. Like my house is a party house. Let me just say that. And it was kind of weird yesterday because we didn't have a big Super Bowl gathering. My mom wasn't here, and then the corona is still floating around, so we wasn't in the big football mode. But my husband and I and my daughter Katrina, we sat, and my daughter Dominique, we all sat down and watched the Super Bowl together. And I'm telling you, I was a little disappointed. I was rooting for Kansas City. Like I watched the whole game, and I was like, by the second touchdown, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a game right here. By the first touchdown, I was like, oh yeah. My mother's like, yeah, it's gonna be a game right here. By that second touchdown, I was like, yeah, I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one. Man, Tampa Bay rocked last night. So I know it's a lot of football hangovers. It's football hangovers because Tampa Bay won, and it's football hangovers because Tampa Bay won. So you got double, because Kansas City, I'm sure Kansas City was disappointed. I was disappointed because I was rooting for them. I was rooting for Mahomes to go in there and get it. But you know what? It's so funny because last year when Kansas City won, Mahomes was a quarterback, and he took his team to a Super Bowl championship. That was the first time they had won in a long time. And then Tom Brady went down to Tampa, and he took Tampa to a Super Bowl, and that was the first time they had won in a long time. So I think it's everybody who needs to get their turn. And so it is what it is. But it was a good game. But I tell you, it wasn't too exciting because I knew, like, after the second touchdown, I was like, yeah, I don't think Tampa Bay gonna lose this. I think they're gonna rock, and they did. So the score was 31-9. I was like, not only did they rock, listen, they couldn't get a touchdown. All the points they got were from the field goals, 3-pointers. That's the only way they got points on the board. They couldn't make not one single touchdown, y'all. And I was like, what in the? Let me tell you something. Tampa Bay defense was, oh my God, they were like the bomb. Do you hear me? I told my husband, I was like, man, their defense is crazy. He was like, I know. He's like, yeah, but they got 2 linemen now. I said, I don't care what you say. Like, Tampa Bay defense is killing them. Like the defense they was shutting shit down. I gotta say it, y'all. Tampa Bay defense shut it down. So anyway, just so for those of you who don't know, you know now. Yes, I watch football, and yes, I do know about football. So if you haven't figured that out yet, yeah. So my husband likes football. My brother's a coach. My nephew's a coach. Football. And my mom, oh my God, she would have been so happy yesterday watching that game because she lived for football and basketball. When she wasn't watching the stories or the Housewives of Atlanta or Wendy Williams, right? It was sports. So she would have really enjoyed that game yesterday, and it would have been trash talking all across the house yesterday. Yeah, so that was a little bit different, y'all. That was let me tell you, the first time I ever watched the Super Bowl was Super Bowl 13. And I told my husband this. My mom loves sports. So it was just me, her, and my brother. We watched Super Bowl 13 together. That was our first Super Bowl. This is the first time I've ever did a Super Bowl since Super Bowl 13. And so let me put that in perspective for y'all. Last night was Super Bowl 55. 55. This is the first time since Super Bowl 13 that I've watched a Super Bowl without my mom. Yeah. So from Super Bowl 13 to Super Bowl 55, this is the first time I've watched one without her, and it was different. It was very different. Her presence was definitely missed, but anyway, it still turned out pretty good. We had crabs and other shrimp and all that stuff. So it would have been chicken and rolls and all kinds of other stuff, and my brother probably would have been here, and we would have had a Super Bowl party because that's what we do. We used to have Super Bowl parties, and when the first person that got there, they got a prize. We do stuff like that, but. So yes, that was different. But anyway, I still had a good time nonetheless. And Georgette, I gotta tell you, before my mom died, I was trying to get into meditation. I had been talking about I've been journaling now, probably about 3 or 4 good years, like really like consistently journaling. And I kept up that whole journaling. I keep it up. I keep doing it. But I just kind of got into meditation. I had started just getting into meditation. And then after she passed away, I started to get more and more into meditation. And when I tell you, and I probably said this before, I honestly believe by the grace of God and him putting me in a place where I can meditate day and night. And so I meditate in the morning. Yeah. I meditate at night before I go to bed. And that's because, and it's not even like me doing something special. It's like me. It's so much meditation content out there on YouTube. It is, Let me tell you something. I turn on morning meditation with Abraham Hicks. And I turn on somebody meditation when I go to sleep at night. And I set my timer on my TV to go off like an hour or 30 minutes or an hour, depending on how tired I am. And I will lay there and I'll listen to the meditation music and the 532 hertz and all this kind of stuff. And so if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, just go to YouTube and type in meditation. You're going to get all kinds of stuff. But it's so much content out there to help you. Like it really, really is, right? And when I look at the meditation, the things they have for meditation, they're not asking you for anything. It's not like watch this video and then, buy something afterwards. It's just like, and they have some meditation videos that are 8 straight hours. So if you want to listen to something all night, I seen one for 11 hours. I was like, well, who sleep for 11 hours? Like, really? Because I'm asleep after between 30 minutes and an hour. So, right. And so I kind of reset myself, but that has helped me so much with dealing with my mom's passing. And I it's weird because part of me feel like I should feel like more remorse or more sadness or something. And I know my mom would want me to feel that way, but I don't feel I miss her so much, but I don't feel so sad, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you have to feel it the way you know how to feel it, the way you feel it.
Yeah.
Not everybody is feeling it, one way. You have to be authentic, to you. I mean, that's how you feel and that's how you get past it. And you don't have to be like, oh, I need to be crying every day. Like everybody deals with those emotions differently, And that's how it shows up for you. And then there may be times when you break down. Okay, that's fine, but that's not the space that you're always in,
right?
And because you're not in that space doesn't mean you're not mourning,
right?
It's everybody does it differently. So yeah, I wouldn't feel that way. I would just.
And it's so crazy because my mom definitely wouldn't want me to be sad. Like she know I did not like being sad. Like if it was something, I would say to them, she'd be like, "You got to see that." I'm like, "Is it something sad?" This is what I would say out loud. She's like, "No, it's not sad," but they all know that. Like I just don't like being sad. And she knew that. And so I feel like she's helping me from beyond heaven and by telling me to meditate and all that stuff is good. And I'm telling you, I feel I feel good. Like yesterday was a little, it was a little different because, like I said, we Super Bowl 13. I ain't gonna never forget that. That was Dallas and Pittsburgh, right? That's the first time I sat down and watched the Super Bowl, and it was my mother, my brother, and she bought he and I some Crunch and Munch, and she fried some chicken. Crunch and Munch, and she fried some chicken, and we had a ball watching Super Bowl 13, and we watched the Super Bowl together from Super Bowl 13, and we would have watched Super Bowl 55, but we stopped at Super Bowl 54. So, yeah, yep. So anyway, let's get on with our show. Yeah, it was different, but it wasn't bad. We had a good time, but it wasn't exciting because I was like, Kansas City can't get a pass off. Like, what in the world? I like to see my home play, but last night wasn't exciting to me at all. I was like, by second one, I was like, yeah, this is not gonna go good for Kansas City.
They were getting beat down.
They was getting beat down. Like I already knew. So anyway, let's get on with our horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Tyson. Today is Monday, February the 8th. Let me tell y'all something. It is a Valentine's Day bag sitting in my office, right? Now, this can't be for me because it's sitting right next to my chair in my office. So it must be for somebody else. And I'm so tempted to look in the bag and see what's in it. But I won't because it has tissue paper. It has a nice red bow. But I won't open it. But it's in here. So I said all that to say, you better get your money right because Valentine's Day is Sunday. That's all I'm saying. It's coming. So y'all know. I think Valentine's Day was created just for women. I don't know. I just always think that. Like, I don't think guys care nothing about Valentine's Day, except for they know they better buy a gift.
and they might get a chance to go out and get lucky. Probably.
Right. Oh, she feels she in the mood tonight. It's Valentine's Day. It's like, ooh, I ate so much, my stomach hurt. I just need to lay here for a minute. I know I ain't just spent all this money on you, and you talking about going to sleep. Like, what the? Anyway, we're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. You need to sit back and enjoy. Get together with friends and catch up on reading and letter writing. I still wonder, who just sits down and write letters? Who you write them to?
I would love to do that.
Do it then. Yeah. Just sit down and write letters?
Yeah, I do. I just don't send them. That's the bad part.
Heck, I don't even write them. You trying to send them? Like I'm gonna sit down and write a letter. And who am I writing it to? I think the last time I wrote a letter, Dominique was in labor for the baby, and so we had this. She had this thing before she had the baby shower. She wanted everybody to write a letter, and she was gonna put all the letters in this thing so the baby could read them when she got older. Well, I'm the last one to write my letter. Like literally, she was in labor. I'm like, oh, holy crap, I didn't write my letter. So I can't even imagine who I'd be writing the letter to. Like everybody wrote their letter, gave the letter to her. The grandmother, that would be me, had never wrote her letter. The child was in labor. The baby about to come, and I still hadn't written the letter. So I don't know. Anyway, Aries, strengthen your position among your peers. Okay, listen here. Strengthen your position amongst your peers. Write them a letter. You want to strengthen your position? Give them a handwritten letter. That would really do something for it. Yes, I'm just saying. That's what the stars are saying. The stars and Michael Tyson. I'm just reading the words. Taurus, you will be able to talk about emotional problems with your partner. Your financial situation may be draining. And it's time to make some serious changes. You need a break from your daily routine. Take a vacation day. Ooh, Lord. So your partner is gonna be willing to listen to your emotional problems today. That's a good thing. Now it's a bad thing if they give you feedback that you don't want to hear. Not really bad, because sometimes you need to hear some stuff you don't want to hear so you can make some moves. Sometimes you need to do that. Sometimes you're like, you know what? But here's the thing. We're funny, right? I'm not gonna even tell them because I don't even want to hear what they gotta say. Because you really don't want to hear the truth from that person. So, Taurus, your partner may listen now, but you need to be ready to get what they give back, and it may not be what you're willing to hear. So, I'm just saying, be careful. But maybe what you need to hear. Let me say that. Gemini, don't make promises that you can't keep. You can set your goals and make a beeline for your target. Double check before you go out. Yeah, don't make promises you can't keep. Nobody like people that break promises. So Gemini, don't do it. You want to be likable? Don't break promises. Cancer, your emotions will be touched off concerning recent encounters with your lover. Overindulgence could cause problems for you with your loved ones. This could be a serious relationship. Okay, Cancer, listen now. Listen here. Are you trying to build something? Because this could be the one. This could be the serious relationship that you've been asking for. Here's the thing, though, Cancer. Don't push the person away because of minor flaws. Make sure you weigh everything out. Because this could be serious. And let me just say this. There is nobody that's 100% perfect. I'm just saying, if you think it is, you are wrong. So look, pay attention. This could be a serious relationship. The one you've been praying for. You know how people pray for something, G, and then they get it like, I don't want that.
That's not what I was asking.
I mean, I know what I said, but no, that's what you asked for. You asked for that. That's what you got. You should have been a little bit more specific.
Trying to be more specific.
Yes. A little bit more specific. God gonna give you what you asked for. Leo. Oh, God. I just thought about something. I can't share this on the show, but that was funny. Oh, Leo, go out with friends or family. The key to feeling good about yourself will be to do something about it. Oh, yes. Recognition can be yours if you present your ideas and stand behind your beliefs. Okay. Stand up for what you believe. If you're trying to get recognition, stand behind your ideas and what you believe. Leo, don't put it out there and then back down when somebody challenges you. Stand up for what you believe. That's what happens, right? People that get noticed, stand up. People that get noticed, raise their hand. People that get noticed, stand for what they believe. I'm just saying, that's all. Virgo, you will have to take hold of your life and make some crucial decisions. Controversial subjects should be avoided at all costs. Get together with friends who like to participate in indoor sports. Listen, at all costs. Don't talk religion. You may not even want to talk sports the day after the Super Bowl. Don't talk politics. Don't talk none of that stuff. Just talk in general. Small talk. I hate small talk. Find something that y'all got something in common outside of those three areas. You know, even you could probably talk football. You know, talk about how bad it was, how disappointed you were. Don't talk religion and don't talk politics. And probably don't even talk sex. Well, I don't know. Sex would be kind of fun to talk about sometime. Anyway, just don't talk anything controversial. Just make it fun. Make it light. Make it intellectual. But not sports or religion. I mean, not religion or what's it? Politics. Don't talk that. Not now. Not today. Not today, Virgo. All right, listen, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thyssen. Stay tuned.
Watch out, I'm coming for you, and it will feel like it's a dream coming true. Don't mind, I already knew. You dropped that gorgeous, but you don't have a clue. Your smile could tell me apart. I dwell with the swing, the aching heart. Just hold on, you'll soon be mine. I know that you give in.
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thies. I'm going to pick it up with Libra. Take the time to help old friends or relatives who have had a stroke of bad luck. Your lack of responsibility and attention has been a key issue in your relationship. You may find yourself in a heated dispute with a friend if you try to change their mind. Listen, don't try to change anybody's mind. Don't even set yourself up like that. Don't even waste your energy. Can't change people's mind. People make up their own minds. The only thing you can do is share your opinion and your advice, and that's all you can do. Don't try to listen. Trying to change folks is a waste of time and energy. You can't change people. So stop trying to change somebody's mind today. Yeah, and help out a friend who really needs your help. They had a stroke of bad luck. Help them out. Take them to lunch. You know, that makes people, listen, give them a call. Just pick up the phone and say, hey, how you doing? You on my mind today. And I know sometimes we get them like little inclinations like, I should call such and such, right? And trust me, they will be happy to hear your voice. You know, they just maybe just what they need today to get through the day. You never know. I'm telling you now. Scorpio, you can do well on stage or behind the scenes. The choice is yours. You may become run down if you take on too much. Art investment will pay big dividends in the long run. I wish I knew how to invest in art. I don't have a clue. They probably would sell me a fake. So I'm just going to stay away from that because I don't know. I do want to be an artist, though. Maybe I need to invest in creating art and then selling it. I wonder what that would look like. Y'all don't even understand. I got a ton of art canvases upstairs and a ton of paint, and I haven't painted one thing yet. And it was so funny. We said we're going to get a bottle of wine. Now, listen, anybody that knows me knows I'm a lightweight. We're going to get a bottle of wine. We're going to paint while we watch the Super Bowl. This was the plan yesterday. Well, no painting got done. I drank about a third cup of wine, and by the time I finished meditation, I don't even know when the TV went off. So, go figure. Sagittarius, control your emotions and everything will fall into place. You could have a need to make some changes today. Don't make large purchases or investments. Ooh, don't you make no big investments today, Sagittarius. Today is not your day, and don't make any large purchases. Refrain, hold back, wait. I know you see something. Oh, I just need to get that. It's on sale. Not today. Not today. Not today. Not today. Capricorn. Your creative imagination will help you in coming up with unique ideas. Get involved in worthwhile endeavors and meet new friends. You may want to take a trip. However, before you do, make sure your car is serviced properly. Make sure your tires are good. Make sure you done got a tune up. You got an oil change. You got coolant inside the radiator. All of that stuff, because you don't want to get on the highway and get a flat tire, and the antifreeze is running out your car, and your oil light come on. Trust me. Let me tell y'all something, and I'm gonna get on so Judge I can do the word of the week. But I gotta tell you this. So I had a car, right, and I went to this mechanic, and the mechanic told me it was some astronomical amount. It was something simple, but he wanted to charge me like $1,000 or $2,000. It was something crazy. I took the car around the corner to another mechanic. It was like $200 and something, and I was so pissed off. So y'all know I will write a book in a minute. I wrote this little book for women. It was called Second Opinions. Don't get taken by jackleg mechanics. That was my little book. And I put all these things in there that you should know about, like your oil change, if your coolant run out, what's a tune-up. It was crazy because I felt like, you know what, I'm so pissed. And I sold that little booklet. It was back then when booklets would just come, like tip booklets was just coming out. Like, let me tell y'all something. Georgette can contest to this. We have been there for all these trends that are just so popular. Like, we should be multi-gazillionaires.
I know, that's right. Oh my gosh.
When tip booklets came out, I had a tip booklet. When self-publishing just started to get kicking off, we published our first book in '98. It was one book on the market about self-publishing. It was by Dan Poynter. It was a little tiny book. It was green. It was green and white. The cover was just green with white writing. Oh my God, we've seen it all. We have seen it all. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Man, I remember tip booklets. I was like, I'm gonna write this booklet, and I did. I went in. Let me tell you something. I did the real cheap way. I typed it. It was typed and made to fit inside your glove compartment. So if anybody tried to tell you some nonsense, all you had to do is pull it out and look at it. And I was like, yeah, this is going to work. And it did. I sold him because I was like, I was so pissed off at that mechanic. Like, you just try to get me for $2,000. Sucker. Anyway, Aquarius, don't trust coworkers with important or personal information. Investments are best left alone today. Don't be too eager to spend money that you don't really have. Listen, you and Sagittarius, keep the money in your pocket. Don't worry about no investments today. Just don't. And don't trust your coworkers with your personal business. Keep it to yourself. I always say this. If you don't want nobody to know, don't tell nobody. That's real simple. Real simple. Last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces. Someone you work with could have a personal interest in you. Oh, sugar now.
Oh, you're thinking now.
Don't let the credit for your don't let someone take credit for a job you did. Digestive disorders will be a result of family squabbles. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, we ain't claiming no family squabbles today.
Nope.
And no digestive issues. But in the meantime, all my single fish, yeah, someone you work with is checking for you, baby. You may be checking for them too, but they checking back. Put on your good shirt. Put on your good eyelashes. You know what I'm saying? Your tight jeans. Work that thing because they looking at you. You on the job right now. They checking for you. Listen, if you a dude, let me tell y'all something. I watch Ed Milet pretty much almost every night because he always had really good guests on his show. But he had on this black shirt, right? And I'm sure it was like a tailored shirt because it fit perfectly. Mm. The shirt fits so, and I was like, that shirt fits really nice. So listen, dudes, get you a nice fitting shirt, right? And some good smelling cologne like some Versace or some Dolce & Gabbana light blue and swarm around her. And yeah, now make sure she ain't got allergies to cologne. Now I'm just saying, because then that's gonna be a turn off. That's gonna be a turn off. Yeah, like and I'm gonna get on Georgette. I'm gonna stop running my mouth. It's a good day for me today. There used to be a guy at my job. I liked him and he liked me, but I love men that smell good. And he was allergic to cologne, and I'm like, in my mind, I couldn't even fathom being with somebody who couldn't wear cologne. Like, really, I couldn't. It was like, man, I'm never gonna be able to say you smell good. And it was the weirdest thing, but I was like, yeah, he can't wear cologne. Like, that was a deal breaker for me. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, that was a deal breaker.
You gotta smell good.
Yeah, man, you gotta smell good. You gotta smell good. All right, anyway, that's all the horoscopes I got for today. I'm gonna shut my mouth so Georgette can go ahead and give us the word of the week because I've been talking for 29 minutes on the horoscopes. I don't even know how I got lost up into that. But anyway, I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead, Georgette. Give him the word of the week.
Okay. Hey, everybody. How are you guys this morning? I hope you had a great weekend. And for those football fans out there, if you were rooting for the other team, okay, whatever. No, I hope everybody had a good weekend. So, awesome. Word of the week. Let's see what comes up. I love to do this because I tell you, it surprises me, and I'm always like shocked with the word that shows up, and it's just like, wow. Okay, let's see what it is. Let's see. All right. Word of the week for you is authentic. Yeah. Authentic. Wow. Okay, so authentic. It just means to be genuine, right? To be you. And, the funny thing about it is such an easy word to say, but such a harder thing to be. For a lot of people. And being authentic really is about just being genuine to who you are. But I think the challenges most people have is they don't know who they are. So it's very hard to be authentic when you don't know who you are. And so you need to just really take that time out and find out who you are. One of the things it's interesting. So one of the things that I really love about Audrey, and I'm not saying it just because I'm a friend, because I am a friend, and I know you guys know this because you listen to this show, is that she is authentic no matter what happens. She is that. The way she is on the show is the way she is. I'm going to tell you right now. So if you meet her and you start talking to her, you'll be like, okay, that's Audrey. That's just who she is. And I think that's why people love the show because they are around people that are refreshing, and people like that, right? Because they don't. I think a lot of times people don't allow themselves to express who they truly are, because they're always in situations where they feel they have to be somebody else. And so I think when they listen to the show, it's a refreshing thing for them, because they see how authentic you are, and no matter what it is you're talking about. And so I think that I think it's a good opportunity that you have this word this week to really use it as an opportunity to sit back and find out what is authentic about you. A lot of times when we say words, it generates energy. So if you say, I'm authentic, you can totally feel if that word feels good to you, if that word reveals something about you, whether you are scared to be authentic, whether you are okay where you're at. So I want you to use that word. I want you to speak that word about yourself, because I think it will reveal a lot of things. And if you find that there's certain areas that you're not authentic in, then find out ways to be more authentic in those spaces. A lot of times, and I think I said this last week, a lot of times our beliefs and our ideas don't necessarily come from us. They come from our society. They come from your parents and things like that. And when you get older, you start to bump up against some of those things, because you realize, guess what? This is not really, that belief is not me. And find out what the belief is for you, whether it be raising your children, whether it be in a relationship, whether it be starting a business or not starting a business or going to work. Whatever it is and it's authentic to you, then just be that person. Just find ways to be that person. And I know it's challenging, because you are surrounded by other people who will be bumping heads about it. But at the end of the day, you have to live from the authentic person that you are, because otherwise you will have too many more years just not being true to who you are, and that could be just as devastating. So it could be more devastating than just being you. So just say, I am authentic, and if it doesn't feel right to you, that's okay, because that's what these words are. Sometimes they don't feel right because we're not used to speaking them out loud about a quality or about a perception that we have of ourselves. And it's okay. Just say, I am authentic. And when it doesn't feel right, then find ways to make it feel right for yourself, I mean, I struggled with this for a long time, so trust me. Trust me when I say that, And it didn't have to do with anything but my religion and my spirituality, because I was raised in a Baptist church. I was raised to go to church all the time. And it's not that I don't believe in God. I just felt that, authentically for me, I just felt that I could talk to God any place. I didn't have to be in one specific place. And I really got challenged with that. I've been called heathen. It's amazing, what people do when they don't believe something that you believe in, but you still have to be authentic to you. And I've learned to be okay with how I receive those messages and those words for myself. So you are authentic, and believe that and know it. And if you have to figure out ways to get there, then you'll find ways to make it more real for who you are. So that's my word for the day. Miss Authentic Audrey.
Georgette is funny. Georgette is true though. Like, listen, I tell everybody, and I probably said this on the show before. I was watching Hallmark on Saturday, right? And it was. I was sitting there, and for some reason, the girl walked out the room, and she was just laughing and talking, and the other girl was laughing and talking. And I said to my husband, I said, "Boy, that is hard work right there." He said, "What you mean?" I said, "Cause they make it look so real, and I know they're acting." I said, "I would suck at that." He said, "Yeah, Audrey, but they practice. They've been practicing. Who knows how long they've been practicing being actors?" I said, "Oh yeah, you're right." But I gotta say this before, and I'm gonna go to a song. But my husband is texting me, y'all. This is hilarious. So he texts me, right? I'm sitting here as Georgette is talking. I got tears in my eyes right now because he texts me. He said, "I never heard that story before." So I said, "Oh, what story?" The story about the guy with the cologne, Gwinnett cologne. And I said, "Oh, okay, yeah." He was highly alert. He said, "Yeah, I heard the story about the short armed guy and the guy with the station, the guy with the station wagon, and one that's scared of, and the one that's scared of snow." I was like, "Well, what you want?" Oh my God, I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, my husband is a clown. I said, now I don't remember telling him no story about no man scared of snow, but Oh, yeah, this so so one guy had a short arm and one guy had a station wagon. I was young, so I ain't know no better. But anyway, he goes, hell, I must be a gym then. Oh my God, he's stupid. He's stupid. He's like, I never heard that story before. He told me a story about the short arm guy, the guy with the station wagon, and one scared of snow. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, listen, I'm going to a song so y'all can take a break because I need a break for a second. I'll be right back after this song to give you some real news right after this. Stay tuned, y'all.
Everybody's been saying that you're up to no good. Everyone has been telling me that you got me hooked. You're playing it big time. You're feeding me lies. Everyone has been bugging me to sever the ties. But I would never, ever, ever would have believed them. No reason. Sometimes the truth is hard to see. But now the never, ever, ever seemed to be over. I saw her, so I'm happy I got freed. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave. Should've known by your rap sheet that you weren't nice. But now I am telling you, I'm going to smile. But I would never, ever, ever would have believed them. No reason. Sometimes the truth is hard to see. But now the never, ever, ever seemed to be over. I saw her, so I'm happy I got freed. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star. And in a week or two, I won't remember who you are. Man down, he ran out of luck, and now it's my time. Ain't no looking back, I'm on the right track. Here she goes. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star. And in a week or two, I won't remember who you are. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star. And in a week or two, I won't remember who you are.
Welcome back. So I'm still over here laughing, y'all, because that thing is funny to me. The fact he's like, I haven't heard that story before. Man, I got a whole lot of stories you just haven't heard. You don't ask no questions. He listening to me. You don't ask any questions. You ask questions, I tell the stories. These stories come up when I do this show. Anyway, so the word of the week is authentic. Now listen, y'all, let me tell y'all this. I didn't ask Siri anything. I didn't touch Siri. My daughter is, she's like, she doesn't like AI at all. I didn't ask Siri anything. Siri is over here turning on my phone. I ain't touch it. The phone is just laying by itself. I'm thinking she recording what I'm saying right now. Siri, are you recording me? She doing something. She says in my Bluetooth. She says on it. Now I didn't touch Siri. This is the second time this morning she done came on. What you working on, Siri? Siri off. Siri said there's nothing to stop here. Now she is going right now. I didn't turn it on. I said Siri off. She said there's nothing to stop here. I'm telling y'all. This artificial intelligence is getting a little crazy.
It's like a crazy sci-fi movie right there.
Because I'm looking at it, it just pops on it. But it's just the second time she did it. Like my uncle and I was out this morning, and she just started talking in my ear, and I said to my uncle, Siri's talking in my ear, and I didn't even say anything to her. He said, yeah, she does that to me all the time. And my daughter hates that stuff. She unplugs the Alexas. She unplugs everything. She unplugged it. She does. She unplugged all it. Because, you know, I'm a tech head, so I like all that stuff. And I got a Podfest when I did, what we did, was it Podfest? No, it was VidFest. It was VidFest, and I won. So Chris Cremitso, who runs VidFest, I won a Amazon show. And they sent it to me, and so I said to my husband, "Where's the Amazon show?" He's like, "I don't know. We need to plug it up." So she was like, "Why you need to plug it up?" She don't like any of that stuff, so she unplugged all the Alexas in the house, and she don't have Siri activating on her phone. She's like, she don't like that stuff. Now Siri been doing a lot this morning. I don't know, Siri. I got my eye on you, sugar. Something ain't right. But anyway, y'all, today's word is authentic. Be yourself. You know, people need to love you for who you are, and they can't love you for who you are if you're not being who you are. Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's a song. Everywhere you go, there you are. Just know that.
That's right.
And you can't hide from yourself. You cannot. You are who you are. And I know so many people spend so much time trying to hide who they really are, thinking that people are not going to like them. They're going to judge. They're going to judge you anyway. I don't care. You be somebody else, they're still going to judge you. Whether they like you or not, you're going to get judged. So just know that, because people are human. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we do. We judge. Even when we say, I'm not judgmental, you are. At some point in your life, you are. I try very hard not to be. However, something can go wrong. It look crazy. I'm like, So, and then right at that point, I'm being judgmental. Then I got to go back and repent. Lord, forgive me. I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. I got to go back and repent after that. Lord, I shouldn't have said that. You know, so it is what it is. All right, y'all. Let me stop messing around.
It, right? You gotta acknowledge it.
Yeah, you gotta acknowledge it. Let me go ahead and get on with some news. Listen, it's Monday, and I had a good day yesterday. You know, this is one of the best days I had since December the 26th, which was, it all went downhill from there. But it's coming back up, and I'm grateful. All right, so I was even thinking about not even giving this report today, but I was like, yeah, somebody needs to hear this report. But anyway, Georgia, COVID-19 confirmed cases. Ooh, this number is staggering. 772,978 confirmed cases. 13,326 people have died. Now, what does that look like? Where do we sit in that big number in Gwinnett County? Where do we sit in that 772,000? Almost, we're literally about 23, 21, 22 cases away from being 773,000 cases here in Gwinnett County. Let's pray that the number of deaths don't go up. But anyway, as a county, we sit right about here. Fulton County was number one in the state. Of course, we've been number one for like the last 3 to 4 weeks. Fulton has 70,227 cases. Gwinnett, 76,106 cases. Let me say that again. Fulton has 70,227. 70. Gwinnett has 76,106 cases. We have the most cases in the state of Georgia in Gwinnett County. Part of that is because people they're tired of being in the house, and I understand that. And part of that because some people just still don't believe it. They think that the numbers are being made up so that people can get money and the hospital can get money. They think it's made up. You know, talk to people who've lost family members because of it. You talk to those people. I don't even get on that tangent today. I'm just going to go ahead and keep it moving, because that just blows my mind that so many people have lost their 26 million cases and you think they're made up. A powerful bug just floating around and you think is made up. A lot of people do. A lot of people think it's made up. Anyway, Janet Yellen is saying if President Biden get his plan pushed through, his stimulus plan pushed through, we should be back at 100% capacity of where we were by next year. And I think that's really stretching it. But, you know, right now I see that there's a bill they're going to unveil today that gives millions of families at least $3,000 per child. I said that to my daughter, right? Because listen, $3,000 ain't no little money, right? You could pay a whole lot of bills with $3,000, especially if you got small bills. But when I saw that the other day, I sent it to my daughter. It was an article, and I said, read this. And she says, oh my God, yes, go ahead. Because I don't have any small kids anymore. But anyway, you know, people with small kids right now, like, you know, it's crazy, Georgette, and I ain't going to talk about politics a lot either, but I just got to say this. There are a lot of Republicans who are going to benefit from that $3,000.
I know.
I'm just saying.
Exactly.
The ones,
but a lot of people are going to benefit from the vaccine who believe that there isn't anything to worry about.
That's right.
You know? So,
Yep. Don't take it. Y'all don't take it. All y'all who don't believe, all of you who don't believe it's true, don't get in the line. Let all the folks that believe get in line. Y'all just sit back and wait or watch or whatever. It's so crazy. But I was like, I'm looking at this like, okay, so $3,000 per child, right? And all the ones that's trying to block them and get them out, like nobody was giving you $3,000 per child on that other team. I'm just saying. Yeah, listen, I told y'all before, I'm gonna vote for the team that's got my best interests. I don't give a crap about no 1901 outdated nonsense. That makes no sense. That's stupid. But anyway, that's my spill. I ain't getting into politics today. I'm just not, and I ain't gonna stick around and spend a whole lot of time on the stimulus plan. But anyway, the legislation will provide $3,600 per child under the age of 6. So if you got a child under the age of 6, you get $3,600 and $3,000 per child ages 6 to 17 for a single year. The full benefit is available to single parents earning up to $75,000 annually, and for couples earning up to $50,000. So it's not bad. I mean, every little bit helps. I don't care what nobody say. You say what you want to say. See, if you load it, it doesn't mean anything to you. For those of us who are not loaded, and that's like 99% of us, because 1% of you are loaded. You never heard of that?
Right.
The 1%?
Yeah.
Yeah, 99% of us are not loaded. Now, I can tell you this, about 3% of us, we trying to get loaded like you. Like, oh, can y'all tell I drank some wine and had a nice night last night? I slept. I just slept really good. Anyway, so the stimulus plan, they're working on the stimulus plan right now to aid families, and it's still really needed, y'all. It is still really needed because there are a lot of people who are just in a bad situation right now. And, it's kind of hard to believe. We're the richest nation in the world, and we are struggling for real. We are really, really struggling on the food aspect, on the trying to have money coming in to pay the rent and mortgages and bills. It's just a struggle. But speaking of struggle, there are companies and foundations who are stepping up and saying, you know what, we're going to help. So anyway, the Boehringer Ingelheim Cares Foundation donated $50,000 to Gwinnett County Public Schools Foundation to spend on technology and food pantry staples for students in need who are learning virtually. Because here's the thing. Some of those kids only ate when they went to school. So now they're home because they're learning virtually, and they may not have any food. And so this foundation, Boehringer, has said, you know what, we're going to step up and we're going to donate $50,000 to help out. It's a pharmaceutical corporation, and they have a division headquartered right here in Duluth. And so they make medicines for animals, and so they want to help out. And I think that's a great thing. So let's give them a round of applause to recognize that there's a need in our community for children to be able to learn and learn. There's a need for this because the kids are at home learning, and I know that a lot of times kids, if the families are struggling, and I believe a lot of families are really struggling right now, to put food on the table, there's no food on the table a lot of times. So the fact that they have said, you know what, we're going to make sure that food pantries are stacked. We're going to make sure that every child has the right technology so they can learn and be fed at the same time. So that's a great thing. That's a great thing.
And, it's something that just came to mind, too. Like, I mean, when these children are home, like, you figure if a family is struggling with food, more than likely they're going to have, hopefully, they can get an opportunity to have dinner. So if they have kids home all day, they don't have enough food to feed them all day.
Right. Because
they only have, food for dinner. Because most of the time the kids are out, like you said, during breakfast or lunch. And so if the kids are hungry during the day, like, what do you have to feed them except dinner? You know what I mean? And then when dinner time comes, what do you have? So I think it's really needed. Food is just really needed, and you'd be surprised that the amount of people that just don't have enough food in their homes.
Wow, yeah, it is. Oh, so listen. So now my brother and I were talking. My brother moves here a day before Thanksgiving. He moved to Georgia. Now, we were born in Georgia, but we were raised in Jersey. So I've been here almost 8 years. He's been getting here for 8 years, but he finally got here last year. So it took him 7 years to get here. But I'm glad he's here. But anyway, he and I were talking, I think it was yesterday, and he was talking about, he said he loves it here. It's beautiful. He just, he can't wait till we can move about safely and just enjoy. But he's like, man, but some of the people got some real old-fashioned slave mentalities. And I said, what do you mean? He said, because the way they do things, And I said, well, you got people who are, we're implants from other places. Even if we from Albany, we're implants. But there are people who were born right here in Gwinnett County who have lived here their whole lives. Their family run the freaking county or have ran it for like their whole lives. So, and they've been in the same positions forever. Right? I said, so you got to remember, those people have been here for a long time. Everybody knows them. They know everybody. So when you're in a position like that, you make the rules until somebody says, you know what, enough of this crap. We need to get some new people in to make the rules. So I said to him, but that's changing. Gwinnett is a very diverse county. And, our leadership is starting to show us that, we are a diverse county. And so it started to show that. But anyway, there's a story on the Gwinnett Daily Post, and it's asking, should Gwinnett's County Superintendent of School, J. Alvin Wilbanks, should he stay in his position? Now listen to this. He's been in that position a quarter of a century.
Wow.
Right, but he's not the only one. I don't know if you remember me talking like back last year, the lady who had been on the board for like 42 years on the school board. Like, she's finally off. Like, so you got to think about that. If you got the same people that has been in the same position for 40 years, 35, 25 years, they're going to make the rules the way they want to make the rules until somebody say, hey, it's time for some new people to come in and some new blood. Let's do some new fresh ideas. Yeah.
New perspectives. Yeah.
You're not going to get this. So right now they're saying, they want to know what his future is as a superintendent at Gwinnett County Public School System. So some people are calling for him to be fired. Others are saying he should step down. While those rallying around him, they support him. So, it's going to, I don't know, like some people say step down. My thing is, right, if you're not evolving with the school system that you serve, then you may want to say either I'm going to evolve or I need to move so somebody else can come in here. You can't stay the same. You can't keep the same thinking and do things the same way when we're evolving. You just can't. It doesn't work like that because you don't grow. Nothing moves. So, 5 members, as a 5-member board, it takes 3 members voting in favor of an action. And so right now they're trying to figure out what to do with him. Should he stay? Should he go? I don't know. What's your thought on this? Gwinnetians, what's your thought? Should he stay or should he go? His contract is up for renewal in June 2022, so he still has a whole year. But that's not even far. Like, we're already almost about to be in the middle of February, and in a blink of an eye, we'll be in June. So when you say, June 22 to June 30, 2020, it sounds like it's far, but that time be flying. Look how we flew through last year with the coronavirus, and we flew through that sitting at home, pretty much.
I was just gonna say that we were at home most of the time.
Yeah.
It's like, and it went by like crazy.
His salary, listen to this, Georgette. This man's salary, he was paid a salary of $621,036 last year.
What, that's a lot of money. I didn't know they were getting paid that much.
He made more than the president of the United States.
Wow.
Jeez, I need to raise my hand to be superintendent. Hey, pick me. $626,000.
Wow.
I had no idea. Jeez.
Me either.
Wow. It's one of the people not fighting over that position. $621,000 he was paid. Wow. Anyway, we're gonna see what's gonna happen with that. That's pretty. That's a lot. Heck, that's more than the president of the United States made. I wouldn't want to be the president of the United States when I can be the president of the school board. Sheesh. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's a lot. All right, so Gwinnett Sheriff's Office is using Black History Month to highlight the need for blood donors among people of color. We don't like doing nothing. Like, you might sticking us, like, what you sticking us for? And that. And so for those of you who don't understand why we don't like to give blood, why a lot of us are opposed to taking the vaccine, why a lot of us, don't want to participate in clinical trial studies, go back and look at our history, right? Yeah. And specifically look at the Tuskegee experiment. Then you'll understand why Black people are so hesitant to take part in these things. Like, I talked to some friends the other day. They were like, I'm not taking the vaccine. I was like, really? Like, I had, up until my mom passed away, I told her, like, I'm not taking that vaccine. She's like, well, I'm taking it. I was like, Mom, I'm not taking it. I won't even I have never taken the flu shot. I've never taken the pneumonia shot. I've not taken any of those things. And I said I wouldn't. But for me, after losing her, and I know she will definitely want me to after that, to take the vaccine, I'm going to take it. But I have friends that say, I'm not taking that. Everybody else can take it. And now I'll be safe because they took it, but I'm not taking it. And that's the mentality of a lot of people, Georgette. Like, we're gonna let everybody else take it. I'm going to be safe because they took it.
Right.
There's a lot of people that think like that. But for those of you who don't understand the history,
I understand why.
Yep. If you don't understand the history of why we are so hesitant as a people to be a part of all this stuff, just go back and look at our history. You know, they've done some horrible things to us in the past, and so when it's time to come to take all these different shots and participate in these different studies, like I participate in a study as long as I ain't got to put nothing in my body or on my body. Like if I just got to sit there and do a focus group while I talk, and I've been plenty of time people have sent me stuff like, we would like for you to participate in this study, and I'd be like, what is it? And if it's something like, I went to a bra, it was one for a bra one time, and I said to her, okay, so do I have to put something on my body? She's like, no, it's a bra thing. We're going to do a demo. Oh, absolutely, I'll do that one. But if you might rub something on me, take something, absolutely, I will not. I don't care how much money you're giving. I ain't doing it. So, you know, so that's why. But anyway, officials from the sheriff's office visited the Red Cross donation site in Lawrenceville on Friday to give blood as a part of the Black History Month observance. Sheriff Kibo Taylor, who is unable to give blood himself because of his medication he's on, said he wants to raise the awareness of the need for blood donors in the African American community. Sheriff Kibo is our first African American sheriff here in Gwinnett County, and so he's trying to show that we need to do this. And I know, Sheriff Kibo, Sheriff Taylor, I know we need to, and I know a lot of us know that, but people, this has been years ingrained, like we ain't doing that. But anyway, he said we need more Black people to actually come out and give blood. Taylor said, and I have never given blood, y'all, not ever. I
don't think I have.
Nope. Never given blood. The Red Cross has said that the number of blood donation drives were canceled in 2020 with triple in what it was in 2019 because of COVID. So there's a blood shortage. There's a for real blood shortage, and they need us to get out there. But I don't like needles. That's another thing. Like I go get blood work when I had to go to the doctor, and I'm like cringing. My eyes are closed. So I just went to the doctor a couple weeks ago, and she said, "You're not gonna pass out, are you?" I was like, "No, I'm not gonna pass out. I just don't like this. I just can't stand to see the needle go in my arm." And it's the craziest thing. So my eyes are closed. I'm squinched up and everything. It's like, oh. But the girl asked me, was I gonna pass out? I was like, no, I'm not gonna pass out. I'm not gonna pass out. All right, so listen, I'm going to a song. I'll be right. Listen, y'all know this is Monday, and this is a long show. So I know if you got to go back to work, please go back. But I got two more segments, and then I'm going to close it down. But right now, I got to go to a song. Be right back after the song. Stay tuned.
Bring back dignity time and time again.
Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you a daily rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. You're listening to the Good Morning Gwinnett show. So the Auburn Police Department is hosting a free community conversation event for citizens 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. on February 23rd at the Perry Rainey Community Center located at 16 College Street in Auburn. They want to create a dialogue between the police department and the citizens there, and I think that's a great thing. Like, we need to know that we can trust our law enforcement officers because a lot of times we don't feel that way. With everything we saw last year, people just started feeling leery about, who we can trust. Like, you know that these people in offices serve and protect, but a lot of them, they aren't. And I'm not saying, well, not a lot. There are a few that aren't. They're not there to serve and protect. They're there to do damage, right? And they're there because they have biases and things like that. And so, Chief Police Officer Chris Hodge and Public Information Officer Mark Farr said, you know what, we will listen to community concerns and share information about programs that the Auburn Police Department offers. They got courses and activities the public can learn more about, include child seat safety, gun safety, self-defense, the Youth Explorer program, and the Neighborhood Watch program. They want to have this conversation. So if you're interested, it's going to be February 23rd again from 5:30 to 6:30. It's going to be at the Perry Rainey Community Center located at 16 College Street, Ness, Auburn, Georgia. Put that on your calendar. So if you have concerns or you want to know more about, the city of Auburn and what they're doing and how you can be, participating, how you can learn more about what they're doing and how you can meet your officers and things like that, go ahead. I say do it. I did the Gwinnett Citizens Academy 101 that is put on by the Gwinnett County Community Outreach Department. I thought that was one of the best thing ever. I had never gone through anything like that. When I lived in Jersey, there was no such thing. But I got a chance to see how everything worked. I got a chance to meet some of the people that were leaders in the county and behind government. So it was pretty cool. But I also got a chance to talk to police officers and ask really crucial questions like, what do you do when a man is running away? Now, mentally, I know they could have said that because that's what you're supposed to do, not shoot him in the back. He's running away without a gun, but that wasn't the question I asked. I asked, how did you feel about that? And then I got a chance to do a simulation of what their lives look like when they're out in the field and they have to pull a car over. I'm telling you, it gave me a great appreciation for the ones who are there to serve and protect. It gave me a great appreciation for them. And I understood, like, man, I'm in a simulation. Like, it was weird, though, because, you walk up on a car and, you walk to the car to do your job and then somebody pulls out a gun and shoots you. You know what I'm saying? So I got a whole new appreciation for that. I understood about, someone is coming at you with a knife and they say, why you shoot him in the leg? And when they say, you know what, we could have shot him in the leg and hit the artery, he's going to die instantly, And I did that. It was, Georgette, it was the craziest thing, the simulation. It was like the man, it's the adrenaline that you feel. I can't even imagine if it was a real situation. Right? Yeah. So you talking about ladies and gentlemen out there every day putting their lives on the line because they have taken this oath to serve and protect. And yes, we got some bad apples in the bunch, but one bad apple or three bad apples don't make the whole bunch rotten. But there are some rotten ones. And I always say this, if you know there's a rotten one, put his ass in the garbage can. Why would you want to be in the bag with a mushy, rotten apple when you're a fresh apple? Right. Put the rotten apple in the garbage can. Yeah. I get it. We got to protect blue, black, blue, whatever. But that one bad apple is making it bad for everybody else. So I would say, they need to set up a hotline just for police officers and law enforcement to call in when they know they need to call it the bad apple hotline. I want my money when y'all use that. When y'all set up the bad apple hotline, I want my money.
Yeah. I think that's the challenge. It's not so much the fact that that there aren't, police that are doing their job and protecting everybody. It's the ones that aren't doing their jobs and they're, using that badge as a way to make it bad for other people. And when they are not brought to justice, that makes it worse.
Yep.
So, the situation is that if you know that they're bad, and we know that they're bad because we've seen what they've done, and they're not brought to justice, it just emboldens other bad people to do the same thing because they figure they're not going to get charged, they're going to walk away. I mean, it's the other side of that. You know what I mean? That makes it bad for other people. Which I think is not cool at all.
Yeah, they need to call it a bad apple hotline. When y'all start using it, I want my royalties, please. Anyway, this event is geared towards residents living in Auburn city limits. Neighboring Gwinnett and Barrow County residents are welcome to also attend. For more information about the event, you can call 404-606 404-606-5457. Again, that number is 404-606-5457. Or you can email mfarr, that's PHARR, at cityofauburn/Georgia-Georgia.org. Again, that's M as in Mary, Farr, PHARR, at cityofauburn-Georgia.org. Okay, y'all, Siri just came on again. I'm telling you, something is going on with Siri today. Are you listening to me again, Siri? Because I didn't touch you. She's up here doing her thing on my phone. I'm telling you, I'm going to tell my daughter when I can't get off, like, listen, Siri has been on all morning. She's like, I done told you, because she always say that. So, the Q amends ordinance to allow alcohol delivery. Let me tell y'all something. The pandemic started some new trends. You hear me? When I found out people can get their alcohol delivered to their house back last year, I was like, what? Now, as a person who has a liquor store or a brewery, that sounds amazing because people weren't going out to get anything to drink. It's like, I'm going to run into the gas station, get me a couple of 6-packs, and I'm going to run back out. But now people can order their liquor and it'll be dropped at the front door. So anyway, the Q residents can now get alcohol from participating businesses without making a trip to the liquor store. I don't know if that's a good thing, y'all. I just don't. I don't know if that's a good thing. Like, I mean, it sounds on the business side, it's great. On the people side, I don't think that's a good thing. But hey, who am I? What do I know? Anyway, the Cula City Council amended its alcohol ordinance in a unanimous vote on February 5th meeting, allowing businesses in the small Gwinnett city to deliver alcohol after receiving an annual license and completing training. So they got to go through training before they can drop off your liquor. So
they got to train to drop off your liquor. They
got to train.
Oh, okay.
Yep. The ordinance change follows House Bill 879, which businesses deliver wine, beer, and liquor. That's because I'm not talking to you, Siri. Siri is talking again in my ear. But anyway, the Luther said, the Cula said, everybody else getting their liquor delivered. Let's do the same thing. I'm telling you, it opened up some new verticals in business. You hear me? Yeah. Like, you can't come to us.
Liquor delivered here? I don't know.
Huh? Snellville? Now, Snellville be like, Snellville be kind of shut stuff down. Snellville's like, you ain't riding no scooter on our street. I don't even know if you can, Lawrenceville do, but I don't know about Snellville. Snellville be like, yeah, we ain't putting no scooters on the street. They probably said no, and no. Snellville like, we gonna keep it clean over here in Snellville. Y'all do what y'all want to do on the other side of Gwinnett. I don't know that they do it or not. Cause I look when I be doing the news, right? Snellville be like, nope, we're not doing that. And I was like, oh, okay. So Snellville probably said, no, we ain't doing that. Snellville won't be playing no games. All right, so listen, guys, that's all the news I got for today. I'm about to go to my last song, and then I'm going to come back and give you my word of inspiration for this day. Stay tuned.
Time goes by and yet I wonder, are you and me still the same? Do you still love the game? I know I don't. You can still stolen now and under. Another laughter in the pain. Will I ever love again? I don't know if I can take it anymore. So I stay here and hold my heart when you walk out the door. Made a promise to myself and I repeat it in my head. Set your mind free. Set your mind free. No one knows what I've been through, but this is the end of me and you. Set your mind free. Made a promise to myself, this time I'ma keep it. Where there's a will, yeah, there's a way. With every smile, with every tear, I know I'ma make it. I'm gonna see ya, brighter day. Oh, oh, oh. Why do we put each other through hell? Why can't we just get over ourselves? I know we should. You can't still spell it now and under. Another laughter in the pain. Will I ever love again? I don't know if I can
favorite songs, A Brighter Day. I tell you, boys, we're going to have a brighter day, y'all. We're going to come out of this darkness. We're going to have a brighter day. Listen, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration. Here goes. Even though I get older, what I do never gets old. And that's what I think keeps me hungry. Let me say it one more time. Even though I get older, what I do never gets old. And that's what I think keeps me hungry. Steven Spielberg said that, and I totally agree. I may get older, but what I do never gets old. Following your dreams never gets old for me. You know, launching something new never gets old for me. You know, helping somebody figure out what they want to do with their life, it never gets old for me. And I know that's what keeps me hungry. Okay, here's another story from my husband. I was dating somebody for a long time, and I was in school all the time. And he said to me, all you do is stay in school. Now, I had a job. I was working a full-time job, a part-time job, and going to school. And at that point, I realized we were definitely wrong for each other, because I have to keep learning. If you're not learning, you're not earning. You're not. I have to keep learning. So that's my word of inspiration for today. Listen, my question to you is, what keeps you hungry? If you have nothing to keep you hungry, you might want to do some self-evaluation. You know, I get up every morning. Y'all keep me hungry. I come down here. I do this show. It keeps me hungry. People call me to help them launch their own show. It keeps me hungry. I got 4 people right now to get back to. I've been trying to get back to them since last Friday. They all want to launch podcasts, right? I followed up. So, hey, I'm coming. It keeps me hungry, y'all. So what keeps you hungry? Because that's the thing that's going to keep you going. That's the thing that's going to keep you motivated. What keeps you hungry? And you got to ask yourself, if nothing keeps you hungry, that's serious right there. That's serious. So think about it. Thank you so much for listening. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last hour and 15 here with me running my mouth. And Georgette said a little bit of something because I was talking the whole time. Ooh, I'm in rare form today. I know. Probably because I ate breakfast before I talked to y'all this morning. I told y'all I've been out since about 7:45, so I ate breakfast really early. Maybe I need to eat breakfast every morning. That energy, right? Maybe I need to eat breakfast every morning before I talk to you guys. But anyway, if you missed any episode of the show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com and check out more episodes there. Also, follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Twitter at GM Gwinnett. And follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett. And if you listen to us on Apple Podcasts, be sure to find your favorite 2 episodes and give it 5 stars. And here's another thing. If you want to be a sponsor to this show, please email me, Audrey, at goodmorninggwinnett.com and put sponsor in the subject line, and I will be happy to send you some more information on how you can become a sponsor for this show. Georgette, thank you so much for giving us our word of the week. It's authentic. You're authentic. I'm authentic. You're all authentic. We're authentic. I will be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m., God willing, to bring you more of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County and beyond. Stay safe out there. Keep your mask on and know that the coronavirus is still out there. Our numbers are the biggest in the state in Gwinnett County. Keep your daggone mask on. Stay safe. Until next time, y'all, make it a great day. Bye now. Bye, G.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.